Okay, so we are live, and before we get started, I just want to check that you guys can hear me correctly. So please go ahead and press 1 if you can hear me. Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. So, welcome to this webinar, and today we are going to cover how you can create your own online course and make six figures or more. However, before we start, in this webinar, I'm going to give you practical tools and the best training I can do in 1 hour. Usually, I really put my heart and soul when I do these types of webinars, and people invite me to do webinars. And for that reason, most of the time, I get testimonials like this, like Sareto Musa saying that she never seen a person share so much information for free, and that was the best training that she ever has been. So, for that reason, I really want you to close all the distractions that you have and really pay close attention to the webinar, because this webinar can really change your life starting today. And the information that I have in here is not just the usual information that you have that really don't give you a strategy. My goal for you today is to actually give you a strategy that you can follow when you finish the webinar. So pay close attention to what we're going to cover. And that said, I want to state a brief disclaimer here. I know that this is really common sense, but I have to say it. While the information given in this webinar has been found to work for most people, in fact, is tested by us, our clients, and our students, right? It's never 100% possible or guaranteed to have the exact results for every single person. But as I said, I'm sure that that is just common sense to everyone in here. So let's get started. And really, I want to welcome you to the Matrix. I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? Welcome to the Matrix. So allow me to explain. We, at this moment in the history of the world, we are in the best place that we can be, because we live in the parallel world where we can create our own rules and make money doing what we really love. And I truly remember that a while ago, for you to have a living, you would have to either become a doctor, a lawyer, or any sort of traditional practice or job. And this ties back to a really funny story that you guys will learn a little bit later about myself, and why I say that we are in the best place that we can be, because now we can really, with internet, we can choose the job that we want to do and do what we love. So let me ask you this question. How would you like to work less? Don't have an inventory, don't waste your precious time with one-on-one or providing services, and yet really make 6, 7, or 8 figures. In fact, how would you like to make 6, 7, or 8 figures without you needing to create a YouTube channel or create countless blogs or have a huge email list? So, today I want to share with you a proven and tested way to make 6 figures or more online by creating your own course. So here's why you should pay attention. Only if you are the type of person who is tired of playing around on the internet and instead want proven results, then you really should pay attention to this webinar. And for years, I've struggled with trying to find different solutions to what I could do for a living. I've tried dropshipping, Amazon FBA. I have a social media marketing agency now, which is really successful. But nothing really moved the needle to the point that I could do a transformation, not only in my life, but in the life of people around me. So, until I finally learned how I could create courses for the top schools around the world, then is when things changed. And I will show you how you can follow this proven step-by-step system and get rid of years of frustration, trial and error, and finally become successful online. So, this is me. Hi, my name is Carlos Arthur, and I am an expert in helping my clients make millions of dollars online with high-ticket online courses. And today, I'm really going to show you how to do the same. In fact, I'm not an internet guru. I run a real business with real offices and real clients such as CG Master Academy, Udacity, and Think Tank Training Center. And my goal for you today is for you to create a business that you love, a business that you are excited to go to work every single morning, a business that you don't need motivation. You do it because you really love to do it. And on top of that, you are helping others. Because it is really part of my mission, vision, and principle. So, a little bit of a background about myself. I grew up in a third world country called Angola. And in Angola, the education is not the best. In fact, being a third world country, one of the problems that Angola still has is with electricity and water, and in a few occasions, even food. So they need to fix those problems so they don't really focus in education. And for me, what allowed me to be here today, it was having an access to an online education, because it really impacted my life and allowed me to be where I am today. And remember when I was telling you that we are in the matrix? So the online education that I'm talking about in this case is completely tied up with with entering the matrix and creating a business that I love. So I was when I was years old, I went to a medicine school, a medicine college, and was my basically my entrance to university. I was in medicine university, and really wasn't because was something that I chose. Was because in my parents' heads, for example, was the only path that I could take to be successful. And at the time, I really wanted to become a professional artist, in sense of better saying, a concept artist. A concept artist is someone who creates illustrations for movies and games. And after the first year in university, I dropped out of college because I became a fairly successful concept artist. I was doing what I love to do, that was creating illustrations for movies and games. And because of the online education, that I was able to learn from the best. So I had instructors like for that worked at Disney and so on. And that company that changed my life, today they are one of our clients. But the thing is that even being an artist was something that I love. It wasn't scalable, and it was a business model that I could not apply forever, because for you to create a painting, it can take you 40 hours to 80 hours. So after a while of working with games and movies, I reached out to that same school, and they gave me a position inside of the company to help them with the perspective of their students. And that is where really my career began in terms of helping online schools. And I became so good at what I was doing that I started getting a lot of clients reaching out to me in same niche, in same market, and wanting me to help them to get more students and really to grow their business. And from there, we transitioned into creating online courses, and this is what I'm doing now and really showing people how to do the same. And frankly, I had no time to do it more for them. Right now, my social media marketing agency, we have a set number of clients, and I didn't have the time to really do more. So here is what my clients have to say about my service. Before Carlos, I thought that only I could do the marketing for my business. What Carlos and his team showed us in terms of marketing, you cannot simply find it on Google. This was Ryan Kingsland, CEO of Game Art Institute. And then we have Nick Fredin. Working with the Blackbird, by the way, the name of my company is the Blackbird, has been a breath of fresh air. Being from a niche industry, CG Spectrum marketing needs are quite unique and require custom solutions. Where other marketing agencies have failed, Carlos and his team have surpassed our expectations. And the reason for that is because when we went to those businesses, our goal was not just to do the marketing. We changed entirely how they presented their course and how they could structure their course in a way that would provide results to their students and actually make their students become fans and share about what they were doing. So for today, here's what we are going to cover. I'm going to show you how you can easily create your own profitable online course. And then in second step, that is the most important one, is how you can really get unlimited red hot angry buyers. And in this case, I'm going to share you a free solution, yet automated, that is not Facebook ads. And then on the third step, I'm going to show you how you can have all the tools that you need in a single place and with one login, and without you spending a dime. in acquiring different tools. So, how you can easily create your own profitable online course. Before we get started, let's play a game. What these gurus have in common besides they being millionaires? So we have Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Dean Graziosi, Tai Lopez, Lewis Howes, and Russell Brunson. So, you guessed it. The answer is that they sell information. They sell courses. So here's why those gurus, they really focus their business model in selling information, and why you should too. So, different from other businesses, courses are scalable. Once everything is set up, the only thing that you need is sell a login to make money. And I truly believe that is the only product that you don't need an inventory and yet allows you to charge a high ticket price. And the work of selling one or selling 1,000 will not differ because again, you're just selling a login. Once the course is created, it's just a login that you sell. And courses allow you not only to transform your students' lives forever, but also yours. Because once you reach 6 figures with the course, the only thing that you need to do is focus in improving that product. And that is optional, of course. Different from done-for-you services that you are always working for others. Believe me, I know because I have a social media marketing agency. With courses, your focus is entirely in the growth of your business and not other people's businesses. So one of the things that I was facing when I created my social media marketing agency is that I would work long hours during the day just to really bring my clients' business to the best that they could be, to give them more students, to give them more money, and to grow their business. I was dedicating myself into growing other people's businesses. When I transitioned to create a teaching system inside of my company where I could coach not only entrepreneurs but also businesses on how they can create their profitable courses, all of a sudden the only focus that I had was the focus that I had for my clients. That is, I need to get new students for myself and I need to grow my business. And that is when things really ramped up. Because if you put in perspective, most consultants and coaches out there and service providers, they really dedicate a lot of time in helping other people grow their business. And now is the time for you to dedicate yourself into growing your own business. And really, courses allow you to do that in an easy and really, really easy way. And you need to understand that people will buy from you because you are selling them transformation. One of the questions that people ask me the most when I work with consultants and coaches and service providers to transform their business from providing a service and transform it into a digital product, in this case, a course, is if people have information for free online, why would someone buy it? You know, the misconception that most consultants and coaches have is that they are the special piece of the puzzle, that what they do is really what is special. But really what people want, what the consultants and service providers clients want, are the results that they can provide. So, for that reason, what people are looking is really for that transformation. But to answer that question earlier, when you have too much information online, it generates confusion. And nobody likes confusion. So people really don't understand that what you are selling in terms of a course is not information, is clarity. And clarity is very, very expensive because it saves you the biggest asset that every human has, that is time. So for you to create your course, you need to pick a niche. And I know that you heard a lot of entrepreneurs talking about picking a niche before. But today I really want to dial in and make you understand first what is a niche and why you need to pick a niche. So when you pick a niche, you need to understand that niche problem. And remember that I told you that you are selling clarity. Only if you focus on a niche is that you can solve a problem. Because if your business doesn't solve a problem, then you don't have a business. Every business should exist to solve a particular problem. So for you to understand what someone is facing, what are the fears and desires that that person has, you need to dial it down into a small group of people that you can identify the actions that they take and really what they do. And On top of that, when you are launching your ads, for example, on Facebook, it's easier to identify your ideal customer and to create a sharp message that will make them take action. And remember that the man who chases two rabbits catch neither. If you're a generalist and you go to every single person in the earth, first, you'll be less paid, and second, you'll have more stress because you'll never know what is actually moving the needle. When you niche down, what happens is that all of a sudden you become an expert in that niche. And then what you need to do is really just to give you an idea of what a niche is and how you can look at a niche. A niche is basically, you can look at it as a hive. It's a group of people who have common traits, who share common interests, and are part of the same culture, same group, and really people that have the same kind of needs. And then what you want to do, once you identify that niche, once you identify that hive, what you want to do is sub-niche, is niche even further. So let me tell you why you need to sub-niche. And here is where most entrepreneur fails. When you sub-niche, you are, for example, let's say that you are in self-help space. If you don't sub-niche and you just go to the self-help space, you are going against the likes of Tony Robbins, for example. And really, Tony Robbins will crush you as a competition. First, because he has more money. Second, he has more power. And third, really, he is a figure of authority. So the way that you approach the market in the right place is that you sub-niche. So for example, you can go same space, for example, self-help space. You can go to people who have panic attacks, for example. And that you are sub-niche. You can target those people. And when you target them, you get known as the person who can solve panic attacks. And then from there, you go up on the ladder and you all of a sudden you start rising to the space of self-help where you can compete with Tony Robbins and other people in the same niche. And as another example that I can give you, for example, is vets. If you are going to a vet and you have a vet that is a generalist and then you have someone that is specialized in French bulldogs and you have a French bulldogs, more likely you'll go to the one that is specialized in French bulldogs, even though both of them went to the same university to become a vet. But something tells you that it's more secure to go to that vet that has the French bulldog. And the way that you need to think about business is that you need to think about as kind of martial arts. If you want to be a black belt on any martial arts, you don't start as a white belt and then in the next day you become a black belt. And all of a sudden, when we enter the matrix, when we enter this parallel world of the internet, people think that things usually happen overnight. And with courses, you can scale really, really fast. But there are a few things that you need to keep in mind in order for you to scale that fast. And for you to become a black belt, for you to become a master at something, you need to focus at a step at a time. And for that, you need to focus in a sub-niche first. You master that sub-niche, and then you go up a ladder, and then you master that, and then you go up and you go to your final niche. And that transition will really happen unconsciously. It will happen in a way that you won't even notice because all of a sudden you'll see that your students have different needs, that you can help them solve those needs, and therefore you start expanding, and then it will grow exponentially. Now, here's a tip for you to find your niche. For you to find your niche, you need to create a list of 5 niches that you're passionate about. Because again, remember, it doesn't matter for you to go to business if you're going to do something that you don't really care. So for me, it's extremely important that you pick something that you really love. Because for 2 simple reasons. The first one is because you will wake up excited every single day to execute on that plan. And second, you'll never get tired in working in that niche and you will be truly passionate about helping people in that niche. So pick 5 niches that you are truly passionate about. And then list of 5 problems that each of these niches have. Not only problems, but their fears, their desires, and really what they want to accomplish. And then from there, what you need to do is you compare the niches, and you create a list of what are the possible solutions that you can provide that to that niche. And if you have a solution for those niches, then you have your niche selected. And really, another tip that I can give you for you to select your niche is what are the things that you really don't shut up about, that you talk a lot with your friends, your family, and you really love. What is the books that you read? What are they about? You can really look around your life and see what are the things that you connect with the most, and then try to find a niche. Now, one mistake that I most people do is that they find a niche and then they try to find a linear solution. So, for example, a friend of mine, he loves to play a game that it's called Overwatch. And when I told him that he could use that as a niche, right? The thing that he was thinking about is that all of a sudden he wanted to become a pro player for esports. But now what he does, he actually owns a esport team. So you can see on how instead of becoming a esport player, he now has a multi-million-dollar business that he owns an entire team. So the next thing that you need to do is create your MVC. So what is an MVC? An MVC is a minimal viable course. And in business, you have what is called a minimal viable product. And really, a course is a product. But for the sake of this webinar, let's call it a minimal viable course. And here is really where most people get stuck. When creating their courses, because they want to create a masterpiece, it's never perfect. And as a result of that, they never release the course. And people go in and out trying to create that amazing course with like beautiful graphics and a bunch of information that is really not necessary for the course, instead of focusing in what is actually necessary to create that course and give results. And one of the mistakes that most people do is that they go to other courses and they see the final product and they want to create something like that final product, which is hard to do, and really it doesn't motivate you to even get started. With the MVC, it allows you to create a high-ticket course without you needing to create a masterpiece. So allow me to explain what is an MVC in this graph right here. An MVC, or a minimum viable product, is basically divided in minimum and viable. And then the MVC sits right in the middle. The minimum is the unsuccessful product that nobody wants to use. And then the viable is products that are built by better finance companies than yours. So for example, it's the same as you building for the next Uber, right? You are going against Uber again. Same thing as the example that I give you on sub-niching. Is same exact thing. What you want to do is be right in the middle. A product that is good enough for you to get started. And as another example, I have this other graph right here that you can look. And a minimum would be a paper boat that when put on water, it will sink. And nobody wants to use because it doesn't solve a problem. And remember, the main goal of your business is to solve a problem. And then you have the viable. That is this huge boat that can accommodate a lot of people, but it's expensive, it's hard, and it's extremely, extremely difficult to build. And then you have the easiest version to build, that is the minimum plus viable. That is a good enough product to attract your first users, so you then can get money to invest in the company and build that viable product. And really, when creating your MVC will allow you to go on an improvement loop. And that loop is basically building and then measuring, and then you learn from what you measured, and then you apply it again. So in sense of this course, for example, what you do is you build the course and you measure the results that your students are having. Based on those results, you learn from them, from the students, and then you iterate and then build the program again with that data and that feedback. And what will happen is that you build a course over time that it's better and better and better. Because what you're doing is that you are grabbing the data from your most successful students and then iterating it and building a better version each time. And what that will allow you to do is to be the go-to person to solve a problem. Because you'll be the best in your niche, the best in your sub-niche, and you'll beat down your competition. Because every time you improve your product, your students will talk about it, and your students will want more people to actually be part of your program. And then the next thing that you need to do is to create an offer, but not just any kind of offer. You need to create what we call a Godfather offer. In sum, is an offer that people cannot refuse. But before you go to that offer, let me actually tell you what is an offer. And an offer is the proposition that you make to people to try and get them to purchase from you. And it's a combination of a solution to their problem, a message to communicate the value, a description of what it is and how it works, and then the price that it takes for them to get started. And the combination of these things is what we call an offer. And I want you to keep in mind a few things in here. It's the solution of a problem, because your business, your course needs to solve a problem to really give a transformation to your student. And then is the message that you communicate. That's why you need a niche, because that message that you communicate is how you can give them and show them that what you offer actually has value to them. And then to craft your Godfather offer, you need to remember a few things. The first thing is that people don't buy things that confuses them. So your offer needs to be clear and you need to make it irresistible. And for example, for us here at the company, both for internal use and for our clients, we usually take around 12 hours to think of an irresistible offer, to think about all the objections that we can clear out before we even get the objections, to find the warranty and the bonuses that offer has. And then really the most important point in here, the transformation that we can provide and how clear can we get that message across of what is the transformation that person will get, that our ideal client will get. And then the last part of your offer is the pricing. The pricing usually is the hardest part for most people because people usually don't have a term to compare. However, most of our clients sell their programs starting from 3K up to 50K. And really, you can create your program and have that as a scale for you to measure. But a really good rule of thumb is that you should always price based on the value that you provide, not on the bias on how much work it took you to create the program, not on the niche, not on what other people charge, but actually the value and the transformation that you provide. And this brings us to the next question. How do I get people to pay us? So, how to get unlimited red hot angry buyers and to buy your course. In a plain and simple way, the main way that we use to attract clients, and it's using Facebook ads. But Facebook ads are a beast on its own. And I'm sure that most of you have heard of Facebook ads. And usually Facebook ads generate a few questions. And the most question that I usually get is, if I don't have money to invest on Facebook ads, how do I get clients? And I face this question every single day. So I needed to find ways to start for free. In fact, I faced that same question when I was starting my own business. I didn't have money to invest in Facebook ads. So how could I start for free, yet be automated enough so I could be in front of as many people as I could, and then sell to them? And what you need to understand is that every business runs on three things. The first one is marketing. Marketing is where you get the eyeballs to your business. The second one is sales. Sales is what converts those eyeballs in your business into paying customers. And the third one is having an amazing product, because it's what will make your clients stay and what will make your clients talk about your product. And I needed to find a way of getting those eyeballs to my business without spending a lot of money in Facebook ads, and at the same time being able to generate them fast, and not only fast, but also automated. So what I'm going to show you today, really, you'll be so far from your competition that is not even funny. And here's what you should not do, because I did this myself when I started. The first thing is you shouldn't create your program first. You should never create your program first. The first thing that you should do is sell that program. The second thing that you never should do is cold calls. But again, nothing wrong against cold calls, right? Cold calls can be very, very effective. In fact, when I started my business, before I discovered the method that I'm about to share with you, I used cold calls and I used cold emails. But nobody likes cold calls and cold emails, really. Unless you are sending them to the CEO of the company, then they don't really move the needle, because people don't pass your email around because they know that you'll be pitching to their boss. And then the last thing is hope marketing, is when you sit there and you wait people to show up. And the worst thing that you can do to your business is just sit there and wait people to show up, because for two main reasons. The first one is that you're really doing nothing. You're not moving your business forward. And the second is that you are doing a disservice to people if you don't present your service to them. If you don't present your course to them, just think about how many people would love to get the knowledge that you have and the transformation that you can provide to them, and you're not providing it to them because you're doing hope marketing and really not doing nothing to get them in your program. And here we are about working smarter and faster. And most of those things are time consuming. Cold calls are time consuming. Cold emails are time consuming. Hope marketing are definitely time consuming because you're doing nothing and you're not being productive. So you need to put a lot of work into those things. And really, I don't want you to put a lot of work into those things. I want you to get clients fast and easy. And then here's what you need to keep in mind. I told you that you never create your program first, and there is a reason for that. Because this is really how the world works. You pay for colleges classes before you take them. You pay for movies before you watch them. You pay for a doctor to solve your problem before you know if they can solve your problem. And not creating your course first and selling it first allows you to make sure that your customer really wants your product. And it's important that you sell it before you build it, because at this point you have an idea. At this point you have a hypothesis and you need to test and validate that hypothesis. And once you validate that hypothesis, then you can start building your program. And then after you build your program, it's just profit on top of profit forever. And the other thing is that it's time consuming. You can spend thousands of hours creating a course, especially if you have the perfection mindset and you don't have a MVC. And then if nobody buys that, it's just wasted time. And that time that you waste creating a program, you can really use that time to actually get clients and get people in your program. And then you need to find your wheel of traffic. And what I mean by traffic is just really the amount of people that you can take them to see what you have to offer. And your wheel of traffic are places that you can get people and convert them into clients and allow you to start for free. So allow me to show you what a wheel of traffic looks like. You have different places that you can get clients from. For example, your Instagram, your Facebook profile, your email list if you have one, your LinkedIn, for example, your YouTube channel, a podcast if you have one, family and friends. What was the last time that you pitched a friend or a family about what you do? What was the last time that you went on Facebook, for example, in your personal profile, and you created a post really detailing who you help, how you help them, and how you would like to help more people? So what people usually don't understand is that they have a lot of resources around them that they can use to actually get clients, and they don't use it. And you can start completely free. What was the last time that you went on a Facebook group, for example, and you just asked a simple question to someone that is on your niche? And then you can see that this wheel of traffic, it points out to a bigger circle that says landing page and VSL. And I'm going to cover that in a second on what exactly that is and how you can apply that to your business. One of the ways that we use to not only organic, right, like this, but also in terms of Facebook ads and the method that I'm about to share with you in a second, we use that VSL. And I'm going to explain to you in details what that really is and try to make it as clear as possible. So, when you find your wheel of traffic, you need a place that will be the place that you'll send people, or those eyeballs that will allow you to convert them. And that is what we call a VSL. That is a video sales letter. And the VSL is one of the many funnels out there, but the VSL is the easiest funnel to execute, yet the one that drives the most results. When you do it organically or with Facebook ads, if you do a VSL, I guarantee you that you'll have amazing results. And most entrepreneurs, really, they use a VSL funnel. And I'm going to give you the 80-20 of the VSL right now. And the VSL, you have your wheel of traffic, and that wheel of traffic, the goal is to send traffic to that LP here. And what an LP means is a landing page, or a squeeze page, or a capture page. And what a capture page is simply a page that has information, and that information allows you to make people take action and introduce their information, their email, phone number in a few cases, their name. So then when they introduce that information, it unlocks the VSL, that is your video sales letter. And then after the person watched the video, you invite them to a call. And then on that call is where you pitch and you make your offer and you close that person. And really easy to set up, yet is a very, very powerful funnel. And in VSL, there are a few other things that go along. So for example, you can do retargeting with your Facebook ads. And what retargeting is basically people who went to the page but never took action. You show your ads to them again, or you show your offer to them again to get back to the page. Because let's face it, a lot of people, life happens. They can be in front of the computer, but then they need to go to a dinner, for example, they need to pick up their kids, and then they just go out and they forget that they were about to take that action. So you need to remind them to get back and take that action. And then you have a lot of email campaigns that go around the VSL that you send them at a certain time once the person's opt in, and then once the person schedules a call, and so on. That is basically the 80-20 of what your video sales letter funnel is. And then the VSL is so powerful that you can use organic methods and pay methods like Facebook ads. And we've mastered the VSL and perfected the VSL to the point that our video sales letter now has a 41.2% conversion, which means that for every person who watches the video, 41.2% would actually schedule a call with us and we close them on that call. And then the landing page or the capture page where the person goes in and we capture their information, it has a 60 to 65% conversion. And what that means is that every person that goes to that page, it converts, or 60% or 65% of people give us their email information and their contact information so we can pitch them and we can show them our offer. And this is extremely, extremely powerful. But here's the thing. It's really cool that you can go on Facebook and post and talk to friends and so on. But what if I could tell you that you can automate things? And this is a method that my students have been using throughout the year. And this is a method that our students, and including myself, we have been using this for the past 3 years. And we've been improving it over time. And what we use is an automation. And the way that this automation works is that an automation allows you to make things go faster, allows you to transform your business into a machine that works for you. And for that, we use a combination of two tools. The first one is a social media, kind of like Facebook, and most likely most of you know it. It's called LinkedIn. And different from Facebook, people on LinkedIn, they are business minded. LinkedIn is a social network like Facebook, but it is entirely focused on business. So people in there, they are not only ready to buy, but they are there for business. And second thing is a tool that is called Alfred. And Alfred, just for you to have an idea, it's a small tool that allows you to automate the process of you generating leads without you having to pay the amount of money that you pay on Facebook to acquire those leads. And the combination of using LinkedIn and using Alfred and finding your niche in LinkedIn allows you to get results like this. And this is exactly what we teach our students to do. We have a set rules and set of messages that when they put in combination together, Alfred generates leads overnight without you needing to do anything, and it works for you. And the combination of those things together, it allows you to get results like this. That is, for example, I message people and they ask to get on a call. And for example, we have this one that just says, hey, thanks for connecting with me. And he sends me an appointment to his calendar. You have, for example, Nathan. And Nathan is actually a student of mine. And the way that I started the conversation was really simple. I just introduced myself, really. I just told him, hey, Nathan, looks like we have similar connections. I'm CEO of a social media marketing agency. We help online course creators get more students. And I would love to connect with you. That warm, welcoming connection message allowed Nathan to really see and to really understand that the message that I had in front of him, that is, we help online course creators get more students, he read that message and he told me, hello, Carlos, thank you for your message. Based on what you have written, I might be a good idea to get on a call. Here's my calendar invitation. And then we booked a call, and today Nathan is one of my students. And this process is so easy that anyone can execute, and it only takes you around 20 minutes to set up. So let me ask you this. Are you enjoying this so far? Now let's cover on how you'll have every tool that you need and the course in one place with one easy login. So 3 years ago, my team and I started on a journey to help the best online schools create and sell their courses. Then we started helping entrepreneurs. And the process is completely different because one has an infrastructure of a school behind them, and the other one are entrepreneurs that most of the case they provide a service or they coach or they're consultants, and they are transforming their business into creating an online course. And the combination of the two allow us to create an SOP. And what an SOP is a standard operating procedure. It's something that we can execute on, and no matter the niche, the course is profitable. And we became obsessed and implemented and tested every single tools and process that we could find. And we really tested the smallest details that would allow us to help our clients become successful when launching their courses. And I've taken courses that were selling for $37 and transformed them into 6,800 courses with these exact tools and processes. So here is really what you need. And here I'm going to use a little bit of a lingo on the marketing industry, but I'm going to explain each one of them to you so you can understand them and get a clear on what you actually need to get started. The first thing that you need is a funnel. And we've covered the VSL funnel. The funnel literally is a way where you get the eyeballs of your customer, of your ideal customer on, and then when they see that, they give you their information. And from there, they go through a process where it allows you to convert them. And then you need a high converting landing page. And what a landing page is, again, is just basically the page that you send people to where you can capture their email. And a high converting landing page is a landing page that allows you that for a high percentage of people who visit your page, they'll give you their information. And then you need what is called a learning management system. And a learning management system, the way that you can think about it, is just the place where you can have your course. It's the place where people can watch your videos, can download the PDFs that you create, for example, and really you can have your students go to and watch your program and get in touch with you as well. It's a way of you to have, remember when I told you that you only need to sell a login? Then your learning management system is that login that you sell. It's a place where you have your course and you just give access to people to that place. And then, as funny as it will sound, you'll need a website. I know that nowadays in the entrepreneurship community, funnels became so popular that usually people look at websites and they think that websites don't work. But whenever you want to find a business, the first thing that you do is you Google that business and you try to find their website. And all of a sudden, if you find that website, that business all of a sudden seems more legit. So you still need a website even in today's age. And on top of that, you need guidance and a path to follow. And really, that SOP, that standard operating procedure that we create, allowed us to replicate everything that we do and give it to our clients, an exact copy of what we use and what we do. And really, we put our money where our mouth was. We talk the talk and we really walk the walk. And we executed it ourselves. And we had an amazing tracking record of making money for our clients and for ourselves. So as an example, for example, in 7 days, we were able to generate $25,000, spending $2,000 on Facebook ads. And for example, the example of Game Art Institute, where they have a cap of 20 students, yet every single month they would get from 23 to 22 students, and going above that cap because of the amount of people that were going to take those classes, to the point that they needed to create a waiting list to accommodate all students. So from there, we created our own program. And here is how our own program is broken down into 3 simple steps. The first one was the content. Of course, is one of the most important aspects of a program. And our program, there are 8 weeks or 8 modules that you walk through on a step-by-step on how to build your profitable course and really how to get the slice of the $50 billion industry. And then you can start making money really on week 2 of our program and scale from there. Because in our program, we don't just teach you how to create the course. We teach you how to market, how to sell the course. And then the second thing that we do is we want to guarantee that every single student that we have, they are successful. So we give them all the tools that they need. Remember that I told you that you need a landing page, a learning management system, and a funnel, and a website? We give you every single tool that you need inside of your website. So you don't need to go on extra softwares like Kajabi, Teachable, and ClickFunnels. On top of that, we even created a path for you to follow that makes it so easy, but so easy that you just need to check a box. And it looks something like this. For each week, we break down what are the things that you need to do, and we create even action steps and more study material that you can take action and learn. And then once you execute on those tasks, the only thing that you need to do is go there and check it as done. And that way it allows you to keep track of what you're doing, allow you to keep track of your progress, and also it's the exact process that we follow for every single client that we have. Every single student that we have, they follow this process and it allows them to get results. And this couldn't be more linear and more easier to execute. So when we created our program, we really had the results of our students in mind. And then the third part is that you will learn the top strategies of what works on social media right now. You learn the top strategies on Facebook ads. And most Facebook courses out there, they don't even scratch the surface of what you can actually do with Facebook. Remember that my client told me that what we did for them in terms of marketing, you cannot simply find it on Google. Again, that is the exact reason that we gave that specific training to our students and to our clients. It's because it's something that, again, you cannot just find it on Google. It's something that we tested and perfected and spent millions and millions of dollars to perfect it. And you'll get my secrets on how to get hungry buyers for free. And yet, again, how to use Mark Zuckerberg's money to buy more ads. So here's a recap of what we've covered. In step 1, I showed you how you can easily create your own profitable online course by understanding your niche and finding a niche that you are really passionate about, and also how you can create your minimum viable course. So that way you don't need to be constrained or have the mentality of that you need to create the perfect course, and really just be in that limbo of never launching. Then second step, I showed you how you can get clients. Even if you don't have money to invest, even if you don't have an email list, even if you don't want to create countless blog posts or YouTube channels. And also I even showed you how you can automate the entire process, right? Using LinkedIn and an automation tool like Meet Alfred, for example, that is just for you to stay in front of your clients, sending them to a landing page, really simple. You give them a video in that landing page by creating your VSL funnel, and from there you start a conversation and you sell your program. And then the third step, I showed you an example of my own program on how I structure my program and give all the tools that my students need for them to be successful. So that way I guarantee that I have a result-driven program. You see how these 3 simple steps could work for you. You see how with these 3 simple steps, you could actually go and create your own online course. I want you to imagine this, right? Even if you only had one course, think of what that could do for you. A limited passive income, that is why most entrepreneurs out there, they have an info product, because they know on how easy it is to create a product, sell one login, and actually make passive income while charging on a high ticket price. Then you can help a lot of people. And it will be really irresponsible. Like, you will be really, really irresponsible if you have a knowledge, if you can provide that information to someone and you don't do a course, because really you're doing a disservice to people who need your help. And then you can scale from there and build an empire. Once you reach a certain level, you can just relax, sit down, and see your passive income grow. And I want you to imagine what you will do if you could bring home, right, 40K plus per month, passive income. What will that do in terms of your life and your business? So let me ask you a question. Who wants to do this now? Who wants to do this right now, for sure, in the next 90 days? At this point, you really have 2 options, right? The first one is for you to do this alone. Apply what you learned here today, right? Grab the 3 steps that I showed you here today and start building your own course. And go through all the troubles, go through everything that you need to figure out, and really take like 1 to 2 years to come up with your course and just try it by yourself, right? And the second version is do this right in the next 90 days by being coached by someone who has done this countless of time and also has a process, right? A standard operating procedure, and not only that, but a step-by-step process that you need to follow to actually become successful in the next 90 days. And I want you to use the chat right now and really type in which one would you prefer, either the option 1 or the option 2. So go ahead and type in chat right now. So what I want you to do now is commit to take action today. We want you to be serious about generating results. Otherwise, why are you here? So I want to introduce you the Course Profit Machine. The Course Profit Machine will show you how to develop your course and help a lot of people market your course and easily make 6 figures or more, or scale to 7 figures with a proven and systemized methodology and machine that works for you and not the other way around. Because we are in the time that we don't want to be slaves of our business anymore. We want our businesses to work for ourselves and to be a machine that once you turn it on, you have a constant flow of clients. And like Henry Ford said, man minus machine is a slave, man plus machine is a free man. And that is exactly what I want you to be. I want you to be a free business owner. So here's how we break down the 9 weeks or modules of our program. In the first module, we are going to cover the fundamentals of creating your course. Really, we are going to go on a deep dive on the deepest level possible on how you can find your ideal client and how you can craft the perfect offer and really create an offer that looks like you ripped a page out of that customer diary and you're talking to them directly. So it makes them take action. In second week, we are going to get ready for launch. And in this week is really where you are going to start to get your students. I'm going to show you not only the free methods that you can use to get clients so you can make money to then invest in your business and grow it exponentially, but also I'm going to give you every single marketing tool that you need to keep in mind and really industry secrets that usually people don't share on how you can create that message and how you can get your clients, where you can find your hive and how you can pitch to them and sell to them. I'm even going to give you our sales script, and that sales script is one of the most powerful sales scripts ever created. And then in module 3, I'm going to show you how you can create your content, because it's not enough for me to tell you how to sell your program. You really need to learn how to create a content, how to create your minimal viable course again, and then from your minimal viable course, how you can create the content in a way that will make you sound like a genius and also that will make your students love you and really recommend you to every single person that they know. In module 4, I'm going to go over the paid attraction methods. The paid attraction methods are our top secret Facebook marketing strategies, our top secret LinkedIn strategies, how we use the power of social media to really get your clients and scale your business to a never seen before results. And then in week 5, we take the amount of money that we generated in week 4, that is 6 figures or more at that point. And then in week 5, we scale that to the next level. Now, in week 5, if on week 4, I guarantee you that I'm going to show you secrets that you've never seen before in terms of Facebook ads, in week 5, what I'm going to share there is literally what I've spent millions and millions of dollars to learn, test, and execute over and over and over again to the point of perfection, in a way that you can scale your ads without them stop working or without them stop being profitable. Then in module 6, I'm going to actually go on a deep dive on finances and how that applies to your business. Because it doesn't matter if I teach you how to make a lot of money if you don't know how to use that money, how to invest that money. The best CEOs in the world, their number one focus is capital allocation. And that is exactly what I'm going to teach you in week 6. And then in week 7 is where you can start to relax, is where you will start hiring your dream team. And once you reach to 6 figures, you really can hire a dream team. Just sit back, go to Maldives and relax. You can get that life that you always wanted. But the truth is that most likely you will be so excited to work in that new passion business that you created, and so passionate about your own course that even that if you have a team, you will start working even harder because you will really enjoy what you do. But if you want, then on week 7 is where you will sit back and relax and just watch your business grow without you even needing to go to your business. Then in week 8 is really to keep you motivated, because money as a motivation, it's never enough. So on week 8, we are going to really go deep in your mission, vision, and principles, and how you can never lose focus and become motivated and really grow your business to 7 or 8 figures mark. And then in module 9 is our bonus module, is where I'm going to give you business tips and advice and give you more tools for you to scale your business that really don't fit in the linear path that we are taking from week 1 to week 8, but are still important for you to apply in your business. And week 9 will be constantly updated. In fact, the entire program will be constantly updated. Every single time that we find a new strategy that works, you'll be the first person to know about that strategy. And with our course, we even give 5 free bonuses. And I'm offering this course to make sure that you have everything that you need to get started right away and be successful. So for that, we allow you to accelerate your sales And for that, you get the exact landing page that I use in my company. And that landing page took me 4 years to perfect and get it to 60 to 65%, depending on the days, instead of the 15 to 20% that most successful landing page settle. And then I'm going to give you your secure website with your funnel pre-installed. So you just need to go there and then change a few things and you have everything ready to go. And that setup will take you around 30 minutes to do and you are good to go. And I'm even going to give you an encryption that it's worth $3,000 per year, just in the encryption and the extra softwares that we have for you at your disposal. And then we are going to give you a step-by-step organization tool to keep you on track. Remember that I shared with you Basecamp and how we break down each week, and instead of each week, each module of the week and the actions that you need to take for you to actually be successful. So everything is laid out to you, so it's a easy and a straight path for you to follow. And then the fourth bonus is weekly support and ongoing training. And I will personally be mentoring you 2 times per week for 2 hours to answer any questions that you have regarding your business, regarding your life if you want, and really I will pull back the curtain and you can ask me anything that you want and I'll be there answering those questions to you. And the fourth super bonus that we offer is for the first 20 people that take action today, here with us today, for once a month, for 3 months, you have a one-on-one with me where I'm going to call you and we can sit once a month and you can talk with me about your business, where you are, what you're struggling, and I'm going to personally help you one-on-one on that business. And then the fifth part is that you have the free hosting and the membership area. The membership area is basically your learning management system. It is the place where you have your course and your students can go there and watch. And that alone, for us to provide you that for free, completely free, right? That alone will save you a lot of money. That means that you don't have to pay monthly fees like $97 per month or $297 per month as long as you have this system. And you own it forever. Just imagine how much money you'll be saving just to not get those platforms and not get those monthly fees going out of your bank account or your credit card every single month. Plus, I'm going to give you the hosting platforms with all fees included. And that means that you don't need to pay an extra $15 per month just for hosting. Can you see how this can become very lucrative for you without having to pay monthly fees for everything included? Imagine what you could be doing with all that extra money that you're saving per month on fees. And if you recap of what we're going to get in the program, just the weeks alone, every content in the program, right, it will cost you $11,390. Plus the bonuses that we provide, it will be a total of $32,322. But don't worry, we are not going to charge you $32,322. However, the normal price of this program is $6,800. But for today, right, if you take action today, here with us, we have what we call an incentive-based pricing, that we are going not to charge you the 32K, we're not going to charge you the 6,800. In fact, we are going to give you an amazing discount. And the entire program, plus the bonuses, will only be $2,497. If you want serious about enrolling with us today, then that is the offer that I have for you. Because I really want you to take action. I really want you to be successful. And on top of that, I even want to give you an option to do an installment plan. That is a 2-time pay of $1,350. And I really want you to take action today and start growing your business today. And here's what a client of mine has to say about working with us.
My name is Manny Fragilis. I'm the CEO of CG Master Academy. We're an online educational platform that offers training for the games, films, and animation industry. I would highly recommend the Blackbird if you're interested in growing your business and generating quality leads. We've been working with the Blackbird marketing agency for about 3 years now, and the overall experience has been absolutely amazing. Everything from the attention to detail to the quality of the service and their knowledge, in that space, especially as it relates to social media, which is what they did for us, has been absolutely amazing. And throughout that process, we've not only grown in terms of our revenue and our bottom line, but also we've just grown in terms of really having a better understanding of sales funnels and really understanding how to approach social media in a completely different way thanks to the Blackbird. So it's been an absolutely amazing experience. I couldn't recommend them enough.
And we are a very transparent company. For me, the number one thing in business needs to be ethical. Every business that we do, it needs to be ethical. And for that reason, we are an extremely, extremely transparent business. So here's the guarantee that I have you. If you keep doing what you are currently doing and expect different results, then I guarantee you that that won't happen. However, if you are still deciding if you need to take action or not, and I know that this can be a hard decision for you to take and a hard investment for you to take, especially because you have been, for example, in situations like this before, where you took courses and they just don't work. So for that reason, we offer a crazy guarantee. And that guarantee is, if you follow the training and complete all the steps in the course, if you do not get results after you follow the training, you showed us that you follow the training. And again, it's really easy for you to show us because you have all the tools in there, you have Basecamp, you have all the PDFs and so on. If you showed us that you followed the exact process and every single thing that we showed you, and yet you cannot get results, then for 1 month, you'll have my social media marketing agency taking care of your business. And at that point, this is a $15,000 guarantee, because this is how much it's cost me and my team to do this. So if we on our end are not able to help you with your business, at that point, we will issue a 100% refund of your money without questions asked. If we fail to do it ourselves as well, then we give you 100% of your money. Because we are only looking for win-win situations here. We want you to be successful. We want you to create a program that you can create a business and a course that will allow you to enjoy your life instead of working those countless hours that you put in the business, you work until 11 p.m. and then you just don't see results. Our goal in our program is for you to see results. And we are looking for a win-win situation. That is why my social media marketing agency will take care of your business for 1 entire month. And then if ourselves, we are unable to move the needle, then we are issue a 100% refund of your money. So now let's go to the Q&A. And my team have gathered a few questions and that I'm going to go over them now. So the first question that we have is from Diane. If I get this now, are there any other costs involved? So this is a binary question. And the best way that I can answer this is yes and no. The first thing is that most of the things that we teach in the course up to week 2, they are completely free. And if they are not free, they have free trials that have enough time for you to get the results. Our main goal in the program is for you to get money first before you invest in your business. That's why we sell first before we create. That's why we get clients first before we take any other action. It's for you to get that surplus of money that then you can invest in your business and have that exponential scale and start making a lot of money real quick. And then the other cost that you need to look at is I'm going to teach you how to create Facebook ads. So therefore you have costs with Facebook ads. Then the next session that we have is, can you tell me more about that landing page that converts so highly? Why is that? So the landing page is the capture page that we created. And that capture page took us 4 years to perfect. In fact, a lot of entrepreneurs out there, that you see even today, they module that landing page that we created. And really, the reason that that landing page converts so highly is because we learned that most pages, most landing pages out there, they have little to none information, and then they just have a title and ask people to give their information and to take action. Yes, you can do the pre-work with your ad, for example. Yes, you can do the pre-work with talking with your friends and sending them to there, for example, or with posting on Facebook and sending people to there. Yes, you can do that pre-work. However, when the person goes to the landing page, let's say that someone steps out of the computer and then they go back and they see that page, right? They see that website in there and they just read a title. And then you have like a place to capture their email. Most likely they'll just bounce out. The way that we created our landing page is really, we looked a lot in terms of psychology and how we could use psychology to increase the number of people that will give us their information. And then from there, we learned that if you have a page that has a certain amount of information and a specific type of information, then people are more likely to take action. That is why it has such a high conversion. And the next question that we have is, how long will it take for me to complete this course? And can I really start making money in week 2? So I'm going to break down these into two questions. How long will it take me to complete this course? So for most of you, right, it will take you until week 4, for example, because on week 4 is where you are scaling the business, is when you are starting to apply Facebook ads and so on. And if you follow everything that we do, on week 1, you analyze and you get the sharp idea of who your client is and what your niche is. And then on week 2, what happened is that you start selling, you start pitching to people and get people on calls and really selling your course. And have a marketing strategy that will allow to get a high amount of people that you can start a conversation and get them to your course. So if you follow that and you start getting clients, on week 3 you will start creating your program, and on week 4 you will be creating Facebook ads so you can scale it faster and really automate the entire process. Now, the thing is, for most of you, you'll be happy with just week 4. But for the ones that want to take it to the next level, then it will take you the 8 weeks to complete, because what will happen is that on week 5 you can scale even further. On week 6 you will start learning about finances and about capital allocation. And then in week 7 is where I'm going to teach you how to hire your team. Most likely, most of you will watch it until week 4, which is what usually happens with my students. And then when they reach a certain level, they feel that they want to improve further, they get back and watch the other weeks. And then, can I really start making money on week 2? I just answered that question. Yes, you can. Week 2 is entirely designed for you to make money as easy as possible. I don't like to work hard. I like to work smart. And for me, growing my business needed to be in a smarter way. And what I share with you are the exact strategies that not only I use, but all of my clients and all of my students also use as well. And I'm talking about people that sell $50,000 courses using these strategies that you can start completely free. Then the next one is, what if I cannot make the strategy session live? Will there be recorded? Is there any way to ask the question before the live? Yes, absolutely. So if you cannot go to the live session that we'll conduct twice a week, what you can do is either on Basecamp, you can send a message to Kevin or Susan, and then Kevin and Susan will just put it into a file that I'm going to see. And at the end of the call, after I go over every other live attendee questions, I'm going to answer those questions. So you can make sure that you go in and you can take those questions. Other way that you can ask is on Facebook. You can ask on Facebook, and if it's the case, then, and it's an easy solution that you don't really need a really deep strategy behind it, what we will do is just we will reply to you on Facebook so you can get the answer right away. And other thing, as a bonus that I'm putting here right now, is that you will have access to Basecamp And on Basecamp, once a month, I allow my students to email me or to send me a message on Basecamp. That way, I will be personally recording a video for you. And then from that video, what will happen is that I will explain everything in details for you. I only allow that on once a month because otherwise it gets too much to handle. And also, as a bonus here, I want to do this for fun. As a bonus, for the first 20 people that actually buy the program today, what I want to do is I want to give you my personal phone number. And on my personal phone number, you can send me a message or a call, you can choose. And again, once a month. So beside the once a month one-on-one meeting, you can either shoot me a message with any questions that you have or a call, and then we can just chat and connect even further. Then the next question that we have is, what type of support do you offer? So the main line of support that you have really are the live calls, because this is where you get to interact with me and I get to answer every question that you have. Then on top of that, you have the Facebook, and you have everything laid out on Basecamp. And in the moment of these live Q&A here with you guys, my team is working really hard to create a support system inside of our own learning management system, inside of our own platform. So you can, when you are watching the classes, when you are watching the lessons, you can go there and find either frequently asked the questions or really just get any sort of support that you need, just to give you extra support. Next question, do you have a 30-day money-back guarantee? As a short answer, no, we don't. And the reason for that is because we are a result-driven focused program. We want our students to get results, and we are, again, like I said, we are looking to a win-win situation. So we want you to execute on what we are teaching you, and if you are not successful after executing what we are teaching you, then we are go in and do it ourselves, and if you are not successful, then we will issue a full refund of your money. But we do not do a 30-day money-back guarantee because it's not fair neither for me or for you. Again, we want you to get results. So yeah, that's why we don't offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. Then Michael asks, will I always have the yearly SSL encryption at no extra charge included, and even if I have it for 10 years? Yes, unless we are hit by a meteor and then no other hosting platform in the planet exists, then at that point I cannot guarantee you that we will have it. Otherwise, then yes, you'll have it forever. As long as you have hosting platforms out there, even if something happens with the company that we use and we have the partnership at the moment, even if something happens, we can just move everything to another host and everything will be secure. How long you will host my course? Well, I already replied to this, and the course will be hosted forever. As long as you purchase this program and you are with us, then you'll have it forever. And that is it for the Q&A. Now, just a quick recap of what you get. Now, Module 1 is the fundamentals of the course. You're going to learn how you can grab your niche and really master that niche. Then on week 2, you are going to start selling your course. You're really going to get clients in week 2. Now, week 3 is where you're going to start creating your program, where you're going to set up your portal. In week 4, I'm going to teach you Facebook ads. Week 5, I'm going to go deeper in Facebook ads and teach you a second funnel that you can apply. Now, in week 6, I'm going to teach you about the business finances, because it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you don't know how to manage that money, then everything goes to waste. Then on week 7, I'm going to teach you how you can hire the A team, really the best players in the game, so they can help you grow your business. And there is a saying that is, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go further, right, go with a great team. And then in module 8, it's just how you can keep your motivation, how you can master really your mission, vision, and principle. And we're going to look at the tools that the billionaires use so they can keep on track of what they're doing at the moment. And then in week 9 is really bonuses and constant updates, things that really don't fit in the program, but they are important for your journey as an entrepreneur. And whenever I found something that works for myself, works for my company, and works for my clients, right, then I'm going to add it to week 9. And then you have all the bonuses included. You have the landing page, you have the website that we are going to provide you, you have the funnel, you have the Basecamp, that is the tool that has everything in there for you just to go in, click check when you complete the steps that you need to take. You have the private mentoring that is 2 times per week, and your own learning management system that is the place that you can host your program without having any extra fees along the way. Everything with the host included. Thank you very much for attending, guys. I'm extremely happy that I was able to spend this time with you guys today. And just go ahead, just take action today. Because at this point, really, you already know me, you already know my values, you know what my clients say about me, you know what my clients say about my company, and I really care about my students and their results. And I care, and that's why I created a result-driven program. That's why I took the time to personally create that SOP and the path that you need to follow inside of Basecamp, and you just need to really check the boxes after you complete the actions that you need to take. So you already know me basically at this point, and I want you to be my next success stories. One of the reasons that I do this is that I love to collect stories, and really I want you to be so successful that you can be a story that I will tell to my grandchild when I have them one day. So that's it. Just go ahead, take action, go to courseprofitmachine.com/go, get the program, join us, and I'll see you very, very soon. Once again, guys, thank you very much for being here with me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.